Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this week's Eye on SLIAC. We're talking with Michael Roberts from Westminster College men's wrestling team. How are you doing today, Michael?
Good, very good.
We're excited to talk to you a little bit today, talk about your outstanding career with the Blue Jays, which recently wrapped up. Your name is littered throughout the conference record book for wins, pinfalls. Um, can you just kind of talk about your career with Westminster on the mat over these past 4 years? What's it been like for you to be a Blue Jay and part of that program?
I really like it. I really like the small feel of this college and how like close your team really is and how like individually you'll get coached and just like really the culture.
Yeah, you mentioned that small kind of program, a lot of times nowadays, student athletes are transferring all over the place.
Yeah.
You went through a couple coaching changes. What made you decide to stay in Fulton, as part of the Blue Jay Wrestling program and really be able to have that chance to leave your mark on that program?
I really just love it here. I love just the way they like do things here and just the program in general and just the overall culture. I feel like it really will help you as a wrestler a lot and I don't know any more other than that.
Yeah, talking about leaving your mark, as I mentioned, the numerous records you have. One of the unique things about you was your pin win percentage. I mean, I think essentially
Yeah.
all your wins came by pin. What made you such a great wrestler and being able to pin the opponent? Not many people, pins is always the ultimate goal, right, for a lot of the wrestlers, but it seemed like you were just able to just really stand apart. I mean, among the nation's leaders in pins. What do you think helped you develop into that reputation for being such a outstanding wrestler that's going to finish the match with a pin?
First thing I would say, I probably just don't want to go 3 periods. I like to get it over with, but I do pin to win, and that's really what I focus on. If I can try to pin you in any position, and that's really what I practice and really what I'm good at. So,
Yeah, yeah, little humble there. You're more than good at. You were great at over 60 pins in your career, as I mentioned, among the nation's leaders. You've been a part of the Westminster Wrestling program for the last 4 years. The conference itself just added wrestling as a championship sport within the last 3 years.
mhm.
Westminster just added wrestling, I believe it was back in 2017, so relatively new program.
Yeah.
What's it been like to see the growth of wrestling across the country?
It's really grown a lot. I feel like D3 is getting more support nowadays, but I really like my sophomore years when they added SLIAC conference. I mean, the conference titles, and that was really fun. I feel like it's much needed, and it gets us more spotlight to see how good we are. As we are in a really hard region wrestling wise, so it does
Yeah,
show.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, one of the toughest regions for sure out there.
Mhm.
How long have you been wrestling? How did you get into it?
Um, I started when I was in like first, second grade, so it's probably like my 15th year or something.
And
So
what
yeah,
what drew you to wrestling? Why did you want to wrestle collegiately?
well, I want to wrestle collegiately. I just fell in love with the sport really young age. I really liked it. I feel like it builds a lot of character and really just like makes you a man, to be honest.
Perfect. So as I mentioned earlier, you're a senior. What is your major? What are your plans after Westminster?
I'm a business communications major, and I plan for working on through sales through Anheuser-Busch.
Awesome. Well, very cool. That's a large program there, large organization to get a part of. Um, Do you have any matches that kind of stand out in your mind as you look back on your career? Was there one match in particular that stands out, or what are some highlights that you look back at your time on the mat?
I would say when I wrestled Estrada, or what is that his name? It was in regionals, North Central.
Hmm.
That was a pretty big match. I won for, I think, I don't know if he was my second match in regionals that year, but I think I like pinned him in 40 seconds, and it was a pretty big one.
Yeah, yeah, for
Um,
sure.
this year, who'd I beat? It was at, I want to say like Luther
Hmm.
or Cornell. Just really just the really ranked opponents that we go to nationals and really be doing something and going out there and wrestling and being able to beat them just shows me that I can make it far and I can do more than what like happened in my career. But yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wrestling, it's not just the physical exertion, right? You have to be mentally prepared too. Can you tell everyone about that mental preparation? I mean, you're sitting around, you might get a bye, in the first round, so you might have to sit around a little bit. can you talk about that mental preparation that goes along with that physical preparation as well?
Mentally, you just got to think you're better than who you're going out on the mat with, and just like just confidence in general. I know I see a lot of freshmen coming in, just they don't really got it yet, but they'll start realizing like it really don't matter who you go out there and against. You just got to pull it all out there and leave it all on the mat.
What is, what's the one memory of Westminster that you'll take back as you look back, 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, you
Mm.
look back at your time in Fulton. What's going to be what are you going to say like if someone asks you, "Oh, I'm interested in going to Westminster College." What would you say to them?
Go experience it, go try it. I mean, it's just like the culture's a lot different. I come from a big high school, so it's like a lot different, especially because like I'm used to having like 50 guys on like my wrestling team, not like 12 or 15. So just like it's really user focused and they're really here to help you.
Well, Michael, I want to thank you again for taking time out of your day to chat with us, a little bit look back at your outstanding career. You mentioned confidence just a little bit ago. I know that'll serve you well in your next role in sales with AB. So we wish you the best of luck. It's been a pleasure watching you out on the mat these past 4 years, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you, Ryan.